All right, welcome everyone. GasCast episode 2. We're back.
Welcome in. We're back.
Yes. Ricky, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Still a little shell shocked about the national championship game last night.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
We'll
yeah.
talk
Well,
about that.
well, I've got some bad news to tell you about that. I actually took a little unexpected nap for the entire game.
What time did the game started at 8, dude?
Yeah, I took an unexpected nap at 8 and woke up at 12:30.
Oh man, were you up all night after that?
I was up till like 4, but it's my sleep schedule. I'm trying to get it right, dude. And I was in bed. I was just watching YouTube vids. You know how it is, dude. I was
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, for sure.
waiting for the championship game. All of a sudden, look at my clock. It's 12:30. So, but anyway, we can get right into the national championship if you want. I did get some
Uh,
stats down, so I looked at some highlights, so I kind of know a general idea what was going down.
yeah.
I don't know if since you, I think you did watch the game though, right?
Yep, Clemson won 44-16. I watched pretty much all of the game. I was out at dinner and it was on the TV, so I
Gotcha.
was
Okay.
watching that and I watched it a little back at the hotel room. So I watched
Gotcha.
that. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, what are your first thoughts on it?
Um, I put out that poll on the Twitter account last night at T capital G GasCast, and it was asking if Jalen Hurts was going to get any burn. I'm surprised he didn't go in at halftime. If we're being honest,
Oh yeah. Yep. I am.
Tua just I don't know, man. Was the moment too big for him? Was Clemson a team of destiny? I don't know. These are
Yep.
questions you got to ask.
That was a shocker. I'm gonna be completely honest. That was a complete shocker. I mean, I was looking at the stats here. Tua with a, I mean, both of those picks were terrible, but especially that second one. I guess it's
Oh yeah, the
I
second one
guess we
was
could
like
we'll blame the second one on like a some that could have, with how bad it looked, that had to have been a wrong route.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He wanted him on a 9, and I don't know, dude. It's more like he was throwing him out, like he was trying to lead him, but just completely missed like two defenders that were just
Yeah,
standing right there. It's like he just
yeah.
couldn't see.
But also, here's what I'm thinking too on that with the wrong route thing. It's just funny that it would happen in the national championship because we're talking about a guy that threw what, 2 or 3 picks all year.
Yeah, I think he threw 3 or some shit.
Yeah, and then
So
so he,
probably a Heisman snub, but
yeah. Well, I was a Kyler Murray guy for sure.
I was a Kyler Murray guy as well. I looked at man. I guess now after last night with what Tua did,
Yeah,
maybe he wasn't. He
yeah.
didn't play great against Oklahoma. He whatever, man.
I'm
Oklahoma's defense is like
yeah.
butt, bro.
But now we have to look forward to seeing what he's going to do in the NFL because not I mean with the draft. I mean, where's he going now after that performance?
Tua,
I mean that's it. That'll be interesting to watch.
Tua has another year. Tua has another year in college.
Yeah, you think he's staying now?
Well, I'm pretty sure he has to stay because he's a true sophomore. You need to have 3 years under your belt. So redshirt sophomore can declare. He's a
Oh,
true.
okay.
So
Well, I
he's got to
just
play.
learned that. Yeah, I didn't even know
But
that.
I'm a little worried about Tua because I don't know if you saw the stuff about his dad. Try to beat the shit out of him. I don't know if you saw that on Twitter.
No, dude.
Dude,
What?
yeah,
What?
dude. They were talking. He was in an interview. Tua was him and his dad, and his dad comes on talking about how the two important things in the Tagovailoa household, their discipline and some other bullshit. I don't know. But
Yeah, the
but
classic.
when he said discipline, and then Tua was like, yeah, the belt used to come out sometimes a little more than the belt. It was like, oh, all right.
Okay, what does that mean, dude? A little more
This,
than the belt?
this,
What does
dude,
that
got to.
mean?
That's a loose quote. I'm a little high, and I'm
Okay.
not sure what he said.
Okay.
But
Gotcha. Gotcha. That's all
that's
right.
paraphrasing.
That's
But
okay.
shoot.
But yeah.
So, what questions are after this game? Well, Clemson owns college football for the next 2 years.
Yeah. How about your
I
boy, Trevor Lawrence? Wow.
Yeah, right. He's a beast. I wasn't even expecting that. Even people who took Clemson probably had him winning by 4 points. Shit like
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
No
no, that
way.
was a shocker.
This
That
was
was
just unexpected. But they just completely exposed what I think was an overrated Alabama defense. If you look at it, just compared overrated from the standard of people saying this was the best Alabama team we've ever seen because they have offense and defense. Their defense was not as good as it's been. You were
yeah.
looking at 2 or 3 freshman starters in the secondary, at least getting a lot of burn, and at least Pat Surtain. And yeah, they were getting exposed all night. It looks like
Yeah.
Josh Jobe didn't have a good game. He was a Miami commit, and then he stiff armed us on signing day pick that Alabama hat. So I'm glad to see him struggling out there.
Yeah, I mean, this honestly, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Clemson was just the better team. I mean,
Yep.
like
It looked
nobody
that
saw
way.
it coming. No, I mean nobody saw that coming.
Look
But I
that
mean,
way.
you look at Tua, 21 QBR compared to Lawrence, who had like over a 90. And they ran. I mean, it's not like it was just a product of like a bad run game or like he was just getting rushed all game. I mean, he got sacked twice. They ran for 148 yards. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just
At the end of the game, it was at the point where Bama's defense didn't even look like they were trying. It was just running all over them. They gassed the game out with a 94-yard drive. I'm pretty sure. Clemson, which is just running the ball, which
and
is
and that I'm gonna tell you that I think I want to pronounce his name right. Etienne.
Travis Etienne. Yeah.
That guy is a beast.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's going to be good in the NFL, dude, because he is. I mean, he is straight north-south. I mean, he'll run right through you. I mean,
yeah, he's a shifty runner for sure. So what are our main takeaways from this game? I guess we already said Clemson owns college football for the next 2 years. Jalen Hurts probably transferring.
He better transfer, dude. I'm surprised he didn't transfer this year. I don't know.
I think he's considering Miami.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
That'd be huge, dude.
Yeah, get some competition in. I don't know. We'll see. The job wouldn't be guaranteed for him, so we'll see.
Yeah. Do you have a good quarterback now? I don't know much about Miami football.
Mark Richt just ruined the quarterback position last year and pretty much the whole offense, and then he retired recently, and we're replacing the whole offense. So we might have a good quarterback, but we couldn't really tell from last year because one, he was playing shitty Malik Rozier over N'Kosi Perry for about half the year.
Yeah.
And two, when N'Kosi Perry went in, he just got lit up behind a terrible offensive line. So, Miami's just hoping to bring in a good offensive staff with a innovative mind that's not from the 1990s or Tecmo Bowl, and just look to build from there. I don't expect much from them next year. First year head coach and Manny Diaz, but on the up, hopefully.
Well, I'll say this: I'm really surprised the way that happened in Miami, because I remember when Mark Richt got hired there, people were hype. I mean, I was
hype, and it looked good.
People loved Mark Richt, like the analysts and fans. I mean, they were excited about it.
And he had a good first 2 years. The 10-0 start was definitely deceptive. A lot of close games against bad teams.
Yeah.
And in the end, the offense was just so prehistoric that they were never going to be able to compete with good teams. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And this year, the offense was anemic, and the defense was still great. But now we just gotta hope we can build and continue the defensive play, but add some offense.
Yeah. Well, for your sake, I'm hoping they turn it around. But I guess that shows you, hence the Mark Richt retirement, that I guess his style really was just outdated.
Yeah, you could watching the games. There's no motion. The games. It just looks nothing like what the good offenses in college football look like. If it's him saying, "I'm going to line up and I'm going to run over you," when we don't have the offensive line players to be doing that to other teams. Yeah.
So I guess he just couldn't adjust. I mean, that's
it was just bad all around. All around.
So I don't know if you want to go into Harden being talked about as the best offensive player ever.
Who's been saying that?
I mean, it's been like ever. I think it came out from Daryl Morey, GM of the Rockets. He first said it, and then it went on First Take and Undisputed, and they kind of went back and forth on it. A few other like the Nick Wright and Chris Carter, I think, talked about it.
Right.
But personally, I'm gonna just go out and say Harden is not the best offensive player in NBA history.
I think he gets a lot of calls.
He does.
we talked about that on the last pod.
But impact offensively, I have to put him in the top 10 though. I have to.
Oh, I'd put him top 5.
Yeah, I mean
he's been doing some unreal shit this year, and
yeah.
Again, he won MVP last year. He was a beast last year, and I mean they took the Warriors to 7 games, didn't they?
Yeah,
without Chris Paul.
Yep. And then, Chris Paul was out for Game 7, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I remember now.
But Harden, I mean, we're talking about a guy that's arguably a 2-time MVP, because I think he should have won the one where Steph won his first one.
Wasn't he unanimous that year, or was that? I don't
No,
remember.
that was the first one. The first one was
Okay.
where Steph, I think he averaged like 24 a game or something. It was the one where they beat LeBron when K-Love and Kyrie were
Yeah,
out.
I remember.
I
All
don't
right.
think he should have won that one. But anyway, so I'm gonna tell you who I have ahead of him, and you dispute anybody or if you want to add anybody.
Well, I want to go ahead and say before that, um, when you're considering best offensive player ever, I think you have to look at what they brought to their time period of basketball necessarily, like what they did different from everybody else. I think you could say right now, Harden, his shot creating game and just shooting it straight over people is though his way of efficiently doing it is definitely new. But
Yeah,
I'd put someone like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar ahead of him
yeah.
just because of how he revolutionized the post game and invented the skyhook.
I was close to putting Kareem ahead of Harden at the number 8 spot, but I have Kareem at the 9 spot. But I just did what I did is I just put all the players that were ahead of him. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell them, and
All
then
right.
you dispute or if you want to add anybody. This is in order, but it's kind of it can kind of change around. But MJ, Kobe, Wilt, Durant, Bird, Shaq, and Curry.
Can you do that like a little slower?
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
MJ, Kobe, Wilt,
Mhm.
Durant, Bird, Shaq, and Curry.
I'm surprised you put Bird pretty low.
I had to objectively
Yeah.
do that, dude.
I think Wilt is definitely the same argument for Kareem, like the just what he was doing compared to what other people were doing at the time.
Yep.
Like it
Even
was
though I'm
just
not a
dominant.
Wilt guy, but just based off numbers and his just the way he influenced the offense
Yeah.
and affected the game, I have to put him ahead of Harden.
I'm hesitant to say that Harden is as consistently dominant as the guys you have ahead of him on the list. You know what I mean? I just can't.
Right.
I can't argue that these are guys that's not a knock on Harden, but that is to say that these guys were just dominating consistently,
Yeah.
like year round. It seems.
Yeah, and like you were saying, people that change the game, like in their way offensively, should be on the list. All those guys, I think, changed the game in some way.
Yeah.
I mean,
And obviously, I think we this sounds kind of stupid, but we jump straight to scoring when we think of offensive players. But you could include someone like a Pete Maravich, someone who revolutionized the game with passing. Maybe Steve Nash.
hot take, dude.
Steve Nash does not get enough credit, and me and Jack Allen were talking about this the other
Yeah.
day.
Well, I'm gonna
Steve
tell
Nash
you
is not respected enough.
you know Lou, dude. He's gonna be really excited hearing that because he's a huge Steve Nash guy. He had a Steve Nash fat head on his wall. Yeah, he's a big Steve Nash guy.
Was it him on the Suns on his wall?
Yes, yep. He had a LeBron Cavs and a which he hates LeBron now for the record.
Okay.
But he was a big Nash guy. Still is big Nash guy.
Yeah, I think Steve Nash was best on the Lakers, actually. So.
All right. Well, do you want to? Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. He was a beast. The three
He
games
never
he
even
played, dude. Yeah, the 3 games he played, he was a beast. So we got to talk about this, dude. Reviewing our picks for the NFL.
All right.
Almost went 4-0.
Oh wait, for everyone who doesn't know, Wildcard weekend was this past weekend.
Yes.
We made picks on the last podcast. Go check that out if you haven't. If you just stumbled upon this, maybe. We're the GasCast. Ricky right here. CJ on the other end.
That's me.
All right, let's get into it.
I like that insert you put. We should have talked about.
Yeah, I think we get a little fired up. We got to slow down.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I felt the fire right there.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
But
so
we were so
weekend.
close. Yeah, we were so close.
I guess we can just go through game by game, honestly, and just say we picked this and why it went right, why it went wrong. Because I watched every game through and through.
Yeah.
So I can definitely talk about how the game script went in each of these.
Well, once again,
I'll be the guiding force here.
Yeah, missed that one. Hate to say, but I mean, I don't know if you want to start on it since you watched the game. I don't know which one you want to start on. We had
Yeah, sure. Let's start in the AFC with Indiana and Houston.
Okay.
Indiana won this game 21-7. Indianapolis. Wow.
Yes. Not the Pacers. I'm not talking Pacers.
The Colts. Okay. They won 21-7. They were up 21-0 at halftime, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you're right. Yep.
Didn't score in the second half, but they were kind of in shutdown mode because, even though this game they only won by 2 touchdowns, this game was not that close at all.
Oh yeah, no, it's pure domination.
The Texans were being dominated this whole game, and
yep.
The one touchdown was that Kiki QT, questionable, barely a touchdown, maybe a questionable call. I think it was a touchdown, but it just showed that the Texans really weren't doing much. Once the defense shut down, they got a touchdown, but it was just
it was one of those bullshit garbage time touchdowns. But yeah, I think we were right.
Defense, if they continue to play like that, man, they're a threat. Because we predicted this game 27-24, and Houston didn't even score until the second half. So
until the fourth quarter.
Till the fourth quarter.
I think I could be wrong.
I'm not completely confident on when they scored that, so that's why I'm like.
Yeah. Well, actually, we were right about
it. Yeah, it was in the fourth quarter. Just check the box.
But yeah, we were right, dude. It literally came down to Luck versus Watson, and Luck dominated Watson. I mean,
yeah.
If you're looking at QBR, which I'm a big QBR guy, I mean Watson with a 23 and to Luck's 80. I mean that tells you the whole story right there.
Dude, man, I think one of the main questions you have after this game is why did Watson look so? He looked pretty bad, dude. He was again a threat. No one can question he was a weapon with his legs on the ground, no doubt. But for the most part, you're going against Darius Leonard, so he kind of reduces your ability to just scramble if he's spying you.
But, well, listen, if you don't score through three quarters, you're playing bad.
Exactly.
I don't care.
He was just missing. He was throwing almost every pass was going straight into the dirt. It was in the dirt like 5 yards ahead of his receivers. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. That's surprising too.
I don't know. A shitty O-line. I don't know where the Texans go from here. Maybe they're going to try and get Le'Veon Bell. I don't know. Lamar Miller made the Pro Bowl, so.
Yeah. Late. Let's talk about a late season surge, dude. Because I had him on my fantasy team at the start, and you want to talk about shitting the bed, dude. It was a class. Well, let me take that back.
The bed.
Yeah, it was a classic Lamar Miller performance, dude.
Definitely, 20 carries and 44 yards.
Yeah, and then a touchdown.
Not that bad. If he got a touchdown, he got 40 yards. But if he didn't get a touchdown, he got 66 yards and a couple receptions. So he get 8 to 10 points.
He was the 10-point guy. He was like the put him in when your guy's on bye week guy.
Yeah, but he was a solid RB2 for the rest of the year. But yeah, all right. I guess that's all we have for that game. Indiana advances. Texans are frauds. That's that.
Yep. And so we were right about that one, dude. Watson, Luck played better than Watson. And that was the result of the game, basically. And then also, I don't know what your prediction on this next one was, the Chargers and Ravens, but I said that the Chargers were going to dominate this game.
We both took the Chargers, but I said it would be a close game, which it was a close game until. Sorry, it was not a close game until the very, very end. Yeah. They made it a game there late. And let me just start by saying the Ravens offensive coordinator needs to be fired, dude. Marty, he did not open the playbook. I know the Chargers were being kind of lazy there at the end on defense, but man, the playbook was not opened up enough. Yeah. I don't think they were running that stupid inside zone every play, it seemed like. Yeah, and I know Lamar Jackson's limited, but heck, you need to win this game. So if Lamar Jackson's limited passing and running's not working, you need to put in Flacco. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Flacco's underrated, dude, for sure.
I don't know if he's underrated. I think, I can see why they wouldn't put him in just because Flacco's probably gone at the end of the year. And at that point, you're like, well, we just benched the rookie that we want to go into the future with for Flacco, who's now gone. So that might have caused some turmoil. But I don't know. It seemed like they played to lose the game. It's like they went out there and said, well, we're just going to sink the ship with Lamar because he got us there, which I can respect. But
well, they really that ship sunk quick because he turned the ball over 5 times.
And like you said, this was another game where one team thoroughly dominated the other.
Yep, definitely.
It
was
Ravens,
field goal city.
The Ravens only got to the Chargers half of the field once before that late surge at the end of the game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say this quick little stat. Lamar Jackson had 40 passing yards through 3 quarters. So I'll throw that out there.
Man, Money Badger, the kicker for the Chargers, Miami alum, made 5 kicks.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that field goal city, dude. My God,
talk about the man's a beast.
Chargers,
he was a stud at Miami. I can't believe they got him on the low off a practice squad late in the year. It's safe to say the Chargers have figured out their kicking woes.
That's true, dude. Yeah, I mean they put up 23 points with 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
That's you don't see that nowadays very often. But
So Melvin Gordon with one knee is limping into New England next week, into Foxborough.
oh, that'll be interesting too. We'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, that's going to be a good one, I think.
Are we gonna pick the games on this episode, or are we gonna?
We are, dude. We are. I mean, it's up to you, but I was thinking we would.
All right, we'll just see where we're at by the time we get to.
All right.
Time wise. All right, so let's move over to the NFC.
All right. We got Seattle and Cowboys. I think this was just a case of Cowboys are better than Seattle.
Yeah, a lot of people were on Seattle's cock for this game, and we stuck firm. We said, nope, Dallas has got this. They're at home.
Yep.
And they did, and it was a close game. It was definitely a good game. Russell Wilson made it interesting there at the end. He actually covered the 6.5 there at the very end, or no?
Yeah,
I think it was 2.5. I think it was 2.5, and yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not big on the spreads.
Yeah, but if you took the Cowboys by 2.5, then the fact that the Cowboys only won by 2, you lost your bet. But Russell Wilson made it, like, he scored that touchdown, the 2-point conversion at the very end of the game.
Yeah, well, I'm a big Russell Wilson guy. I mean, it's, And
Dak, this was another. Oh, sorry. What were you saying about Dak?
Oh no, I'm just saying, it's Dak. Dak did his thing. Just a classic Dak performance. As long as he doesn't turn the ball over, just gives the ball to Zeke and then throws a few checkdowns. I mean, he's good. But I am a Dak guy. I think Dak is underrated. He's one of those leaders. He just does his job. He does what he needs to do. But anyway, also Seattle, 73 rushing yards.
Yeah, this was another game where it was like the same thing that the Ravens did. They married the run, but in this case, Seattle has one of the best quarterbacks in the game and ran the ball way, way too much.
Yeah.
It was kind of criminal. It kind of hurt to watch that Russell Wilson was bottled up like that by his own offensive coordinator. But
yeah, dude, it's a shame that I should have watched the games, dude.
Yeah.
I would have had a hotter take on these games, but
yeah, probably. But you'd probably be saying the offensive coordinator should be fired. But I think since they had the number 1 rushing offense this year, what the fuck are you gonna do? The Cowboys were just a better team, and that's that.
That's true. I mean, those 2 middle linebackers, I mean, they're gonna be studs.
And Dak's getting extended, Jason Garrett's getting extended. The Cowboys are gonna have a lot more of this, I think.
I'm technically a Redskins fan. It's hard to be one when you haven't been in the playoffs and since I was born.
I understand.
We need Jason Campbell back. Free Jason Campbell.
What about RG3?
RG3, I mean, I think he's found a home with the Ravens, dude.
Right.
3rd string quarterback. I think he's really doing his thing up there. So I think he's going to stay up there. I have no problem with that. Yeah. So as a Redskins fan, technically, I'm supposed to wish the worst for the Cowboys, but
yeah,
Jason Garrett needs to be fired, dude. I'm sorry. I am not a Jason Garrett fan at all.
All right. And Dallas goes to LA next week, where I think they're going to get waxed.
I think that it's that's tough, dude. Actually, we can translate right into our upcoming NFL picks if you want to do that.
We still have to talk about maybe the best game of the week.
Oh shit! Wait, what did I miss?
Bears and Eagles.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! What was I thinking?
All of these games were very low scoring. I just realized that's kind of weird. I guess the Chiefs didn't play and the Saints didn't play and the Rams didn't play, so that actually makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. But dude, we had our chance. 4-0 was right there. It all came down to Cody Parkey.
Yeah, Cody Parkey definitely fucked us in that one.
Yeah, and dude, Nick Foles, my guy, came through.
Man, he hit the fucking upright and the crossbar. And still thank God after. That's insane.
Yeah, dude, I was weak as hell when I saw that, dude. It's just a classic Bears.
His faith is unwavering, dude. Unwavering.
Yeah. It's a classic Bears, dude. I mean, what can I say?
Yeah, I was texting you this as the game was going on. I can't believe we bet on the Bears. Not bet on the Bears, but pick the Bears. We literally said Mitch Trubisky was going to win this game. Beat Nick Foles? No chance, dude.
Yeah, dude. Nick Foles is, I would say MVP candidate for this year, but
MVP,
if offensive player of the year,
comeback player of the year.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
He should just win everything, man. Fuck.
If my case for Nick Foles should stay and Carson Wentz should go has not been made yet, it will never be made.
Well, he's got to win the Super Bowl this year, I think. I would say.
Whoa.
Wentz hasn't been in the playoffs, so he's been hurt.
That's true, dude.
And
He's an
and
injury-prone
also,
fuck.
I forgot where I heard. I heard this on Pardon My Take this week that if they start Foles, they have to get rid of Wentz because Foles does not play well when Wentz is when Wentz is healthy but not playing. He gets nervous, dude. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but it's weird because Foles is like a clutch player. Like
Foles
he's
is
clutch,
already
dude.
30.
Well, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Nick Foles is 29, going on 30, January 20th.
That is
So,
not old. That is not old.
It's not old for a quarterback and for his game, I guess. But I don't know. I don't see Foles staying in Philly. I think they'll probably sign him in the offseason, then trade him before the season. But
Dude, I kind of want to see him.
I'd also like to point out that in last week's episode, I said if Eddie Jackson didn't play against the Eagles, it would be a close Bears win. I said it would be a close game. And Eddie Jackson did not suit. He did suit up. He was active, but he didn't play. And it was a close game. The Bears were in position to win. So just saying, man, that worked out.
Yeah, well, you're a bigger NFL guy than me. So right when I saw Eddie Jackson on the sideline, I mean, you might as well call it. I mean, with how hot we were with our picks as well, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically NFL analysts at this point.
I mean, we're as good as anybody, man. We got to see if we can keep it going into this week.
I mean, this is the time just based off this week's picks that we need to start putting some money down on this coming up week.
Can we put money down? Is it legal?
I don't know, but we can figure out something.
Dude, just under the table bets,
Yeah, get a bookie or something.
Man, if I was old enough to bet, I would have bet on Bama.
Oh yeah,
it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, dude, I was. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get back into that, but dude, I still can't believe that shit happened. But anyway, all right, let's talk about NFL upcoming games. I don't know what you've got up right now, but I'm on CBS Sports.
As am I, actually.
Okay, so perfectly. So we know exactly where to go on this.
Yep.
So starting off, Indianapolis at Kansas City. Interesting matchup, especially because Kansas City and Arrowhead.
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup.
It is. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you want to start on this or you want me to take it. I mean, what are you thinking?
This is a tough game to pick because you want to say KC has home field advantage, but in the playoffs, Arrowhead is not a home field advantage for them. They suck at home. I don't know.
It's weird, dude.
It's weird. I think KC's defense sucks. I think that's the reason they won't go to the Super Bowl. It's hard to say if they'll go to the ACC championship, but I'm gonna roll with the Colts here. The Colts defense is hot, and let me tell you, saw last week they shut down Houston, and Houston was not a bad team by any means. Were they great? No, but their offense, while hobbled, I mean, they took DeAndre Hopkins, basically did what they could to take him out of the game. And I don't know. Indy feels like a team of destiny right now. I just feel like the Chiefs, they can score a lot, but that doesn't change the fact that Andrew Luck can sustain drives. He can do what it takes to beat the Chiefs, which is keep the ball away from Mahomes by having long drives.
Especially that offensive line, dude.
I think they'll be able to run on him, and I think they'll be able to pass on him.
Yep.
And in the end, I think Indy's defense will get enough stops. Maybe KC has a slow start to the game that Indianapolis can squeak this game out.
Well, I will say, dude, I was gonna go Kansas City, and I still am, but you made a good argument right there, dude. I can definitely see Indianapolis winning this game, but I'm taking Kansas City 24-20 in a finally a win in Arrowhead.
See, I just can't. I don't know. Crazier things have happened, but I can't see this game having both teams under 30 points. Yeah. I think they're both gonna get to 30.
I'm taking the streak, dude. The streak of low scoring games.
I mean, you're hot.
I'm assuming
it's a defensive league. We all know that.
Oh yeah, of course. Is Kansas City? I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. Kansas City's a cold place, right?
I don't know. I don't think it's cold enough to make it. I mean, it's in Missouri, so I doubt.
Oh, I did. Okay, I didn't even think about it. Indianapolis is colder than Kansas City, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, Indianapolis is definitely cold, but Indianapolis plays in a dome.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that, dude. I'm learning more about the NFL as we go through these podcasts because I'm
Yeah,
an
it's
NBA
great.
guy at heart.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's understandable.
so I'm looking forward to the NBA playoffs coming around, but I at least know
Haha.
enough where I can make some pretty good picks, I
Yeah,
think.
I've started paying more attention to the NBA because of this. So,
Yeah, exactly.
all right. So I'm gonna take the Colts 35-31.
Whoa, dang, high score. All right.
Yeah, and I guess that's it for that game.
So we're two separate spectrums on this
Yeah,
one,
this is
but
the first time we've picked against each other. So, all right.
yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
So next we'll go into Chargers in Foxborough playing the Patriots.
Great game. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. I'm gonna take this is so tough, dude, because my heart wants me to take Tom Brady in the Patriots. My head says take the Chargers in an upset here. I don't know. Is it an upset at this point?
Yeah, it's still an upset.
Still an upset. Okay.
In Foxborough, it's gonna be like -10 degrees during the game. I'm pretty sure. If you're talking about a snow game, the
Damn,
Chargers
dude.
are from LA, dude.
Yeah, that's that. Okay, that's gonna change my pick, dude.
But the Chargers are 9-0 on the road.
God, I said that's basically a cancel out. That's
Th-
basically a
This
cancel
is
out.
this is a very hard game to pick because the Chargers don't play any worse on the road, really, than they do at home.
Yeah. See, this is normally if this was maybe a year or two ago, I would say this is going to be a battle of Phillip Rivers versus Tom Brady, which Tom Brady's dominated Phillip Rivers. I don't think he's lost a game. But since it's at Foxborough and Tom Brady is so good at home, I'm going to have to take New England 27-23.
Yeah, I'm going New England as well. I think Melvin Gordon's hobbled first, and I think if it's a cold, especially if it's snowing during this game, it's actually the 105, so 105 p.m. kickoff, so maybe it'll just be cold. I don't know. Either way, I think the Chargers won't be able to establish a running game against this Patriots defense, especially if Gordon's hobbled. And I think Sony Michel will have a good game here. I think since the Patriots got a week to game plan, they got the fucking bye week. They probably planned on the Chargers beating the Ravens. Let's be honest. Bill Belichick is a football genius, and he could he could see from a mile away that the Ravens were going to stall, and the Chargers should have won that game. So
Yep.
I'm sure they've been preparing for what they're going to do in this matchup, and I think we're going to have a Deflategate rematch in the AFC Championship. I'm taking the Patriots 21-17.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say that I might change. I'll just stick with it because I already said it. But I did forget about the snow aspect, and it is probably going to be a much lower scoring game.
I just think both of these defenses are better. What am I trying to say? The Patriots defense has played better than their offense, no question. And the Chargers defense played very well last week. So
Yeah, well, I will say that is kind of a hot take. Not hot take, but like New England, I wouldn't say their defense is even good. I would say they're like above average.
well, that's the thing is this year the Patriots offense, while they played well in the last 2 weeks, they haven't
That's
been
true.
great. There's no question. They haven't been great this year. And Gronk has been kind of poop. But I think
So
the O line will be able to block in this game. Sony Michel will be able to help them sustain some long drives. He'll probably have about 120 yards in this game, I think.
yeah, Sony Michel. I mean, I didn't see this coming, dude. I mean, he was great in college, but I mean, I don't know. I was thinking, well, James White has been. I mean, he's got what most receptions and yards. Am I right about that? I know it's
On the team?
receptions. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's their leading receiver.
yeah. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean, I never
Because
thought
Tom
I'd see
Brady's
Tom.
checked it down so much.
I was gonna say, dude, I never thought I'd see check down Brady, but it's gotten to that point. But hey, they've won games. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So yeah, we're both taking playoff Bill in this game. So
No, playoff Brady, and then
all
Bill.
right.
There's
Maybe Brady's just been conserving his power until right now. That's why he's been bad.
yeah.
This
Now he's
season.
gonna start throwing some bombs and yeah,
Yeah.
start moving around the pocket a little bit more. Yeah,
He's going
get
to eat
out.
a lot of plants ahead of this game.
Yeah, since we're on the topic, I could see Brady running for 50 yards in this game.
Running?
Rushing for 50, dude.
Yeah, my ass, dude.
Yeah,
I would bet $100 he doesn't get 20 rushing yards in this game.
whoa, damn! I'd say 5. Especially
All
with
right.
snow, he'll trip before he gets fucking
All right.
3.
So we got the AFC picked.
Yep. So now we're gonna go Dallas at Rams. You can take this one if you want to.
All right. Like I said, I'm going to take the Rams in this game. I think while the Cowboys defense played great last round against the Seahawks, I think they're always more juiced up at home first. Second, playoff Dak and playoff Cowboys, they're going to choke. They're playing a team that's better than them. And I don't think the Cowboys have the ability to play up or above the level who they're playing against, especially when you're talking about Sean McVay and the Rams. So I'm going to take the Rams offense in this game. I think it'll be pretty easily handled 35-17 Rams.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I'm gonna go with Rams. I'm gonna say close to the same score as well. I'm gonna go 31-20. Actually, no, I'm gonna go 31-17 Rams. This is also part of the reason why I think Jason Garrett should get fired, dude. Because in the playoffs, it's different. I mean, it's coaching's a lot more important in the playoffs, and
yeah, game planning is very.
Garrett's just like he's a for the team kind of guy, you know. He just gets the troops going. I don't know if he's much of a game planner.
He's just a Jerry Jones puppet, I think. I think exactly. he that's why Jerry Jones likes him, is because he'll just do exactly what he wants him to. And yeah, I don't know.
But I just have to take the better team at home. So
that's what I'm thinking as well. Yeah. I don't think the Dak and the offense will be able to travel well. And Aqib Talib and Marcus Peters are probably both healthier than they've been all year. They got a week off. Amari Cooper is a good receiver and all, but Allen Hurns is down. You saw that injury last week, I'm assuming.
I did not, but that's.
Did you see his ankle snapped in half, dude?
Well, he might as well have it snapped all year because he's caught maybe 3 balls.
3? Nah, he hasn't been good this year, but he is their number 2 or number 3 guy.
That is true.
I don't know. Cole Beasley's hobbled too. Whatever. We're both taking the Rams.
Skip's a big Michael Gallup guy, and he's seen good. Michael. Dude, yeah, people say he's good, but I'm looking at the box score. I haven't seen him catch more than maybe 40 yards in a game. Like that was his max.
Yeah. He makes great fade ball catches though. Like you can see it's more that think about it. Look at how much passing yards Dak has a game. You have to spread that out amongst all the receivers, and Amari Cooper's the number 1 target guy, and Zeke also gets fucking 5 targets a game at least on the ground or through the fucking air. So
gotcha. Okay. Well, so we're both going Rams in that one.
Now we have Philly and New Orleans. Philly in the dome.
This is going to be one of 2 ways, dude. This is either going to be an unbelievable game where Nick Foles goes freaking off, 350 and 4 touchdowns at New Orleans, or it's going to be New Orleans stomps Philadelphia and Nick Foles chokes. This comes down to Nick Foles, dude. I'm telling you.
You're going to like this, dude. You probably don't know this storyline, dude. Philly went into the dome earlier this year. I believe it was week 13 or something.
I know about this, dude.
Carson Wentz went in there and they got stifled, blown out 41 to fucking whatever it was. I think
it was 42-6. Am I right about that?
I don't know, some shit like that. They got blown out. It was a 40 to a single digit, and Wentz couldn't do shit. So if Foles goes into the dome in the playoffs when they're even more juiced up than the regular season and wins. I think your theory about going with Foles all of a sudden has some legs, dude.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I'm telling you, this game is literally comes down to if Nick Foles can go off. This game is completely down to Nick Foles, and I'm gonna say Nick Foles is gonna play average. I don't think he's gonna play really super up to the hype. I don't think he's gonna play terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's gonna just have an average game,
which was about the same as he did last week.
Yeah, I'd say, but he made some plays down the stretch last game. But I'm going to say
definitely he did enough to win that drive that last drive, that touchdown drive, and this is against the number 1 defense too.
Yeah,
but good for him.
I'm going to say 23-17 New Orleans.
I'm rolling with the Saints as well. We're taking the favorites in every game but the Chiefs game.
Yeah, of course. Well, you have to take the
in a way, dude. In a way, that's the safe pick because we're picking KC to lose like they always do at home, and then we're picking all the favorites. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, it's really this is a lot of battle of quarterbacks if we're looking at it here.
Yeah.
And then plus the Arrowhead factor, which is you have to always until that they actually beat that, you have to bet against them every time. I mean,
yeah,
that's just my opinion.
Last week, I think last week we took all the favorites except the Chargers. So this week, if we take 3 favorites and a wild card, maybe we'll get it right this time.
Dude, we could be on to some crazy stuff, dude. Not only our comic relief of the podcast, because we're both very funny guys.
Yeah, not really, but yeah.
But now our people will just tune in just to hear our picks, dude. They're gonna be writing down on their
pads.
pads.
These guys are right down to the score every time. It's crazy.
Exactly, dude. And then once the NBA playoff comes, that's a whole other audience we're gonna connect to, dude.
But yeah, I'm gonna go 27-24, Saints.
Saints. Okay, so you're giving Philadelphia 24 at New Orleans in the Dome.
I think they'll do enough.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
And plus, I can't really imagine how this game's gonna play out. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even want to try and guess because I have no idea.
It's a toss up for sure. This is interesting. I actually am gonna watch that one. I'm gonna watch. Really. I'm gonna tune in.
4:40 kickoff. So
I'm gonna do the classic. I'm gonna do the classic fourth quarter tune in to the Cowboys and the Colts games. Mm-hmm. But for the Chargers New England and the Philadelphia New Orleans, I'm watching both of those because that's Nick Foles and Brady, both big fans of them. So I got to watch my boys.
All right, cool. So that's it for the NFL this week, I guess.
I think that's it. I think that's it for the podcast. I think that's. Oh, actually, NFL coaching, dude. I don't know if you want to give a little touch up on that.
Well, how much time do we have? Do you know?
We're 41 minutes in.
Into this call or into the recording?
Into the recording.
All right, so we have a little more time. I think we can.
Yeah, just a little touch up. Yeah.
Oh! Let's talk about ECU basketball.
Oh my! Let me give a little clap for that, dude. ECU basketball, first home conference game of the season under old coach / new coach Joe Dooley. Couldn't be any happier. Watch the whole game. Sean Williams is a beast. Jaden Gardner.
Were you at this game?
I was not, dude. I had tickets. I did not go because it was a 12 o'clock game and I was sleeping. But I did wake up for some reason. I guess the God just called upon me to watch this game, and he woke me up in time for tip off. So Sean Williams is unfreaking believable, unguardable. I'm glad he made some plays this game. He's been passing a lot of ball movement with the Pirates. I'm liking. I was really happy to see Sean Williams go ISO this game. Mm-hmm. KJ Davis, I've been campaigning for him all year. He put up 17. He put up 8 points in a 4-minute stretch, I think. So that was good to see. And we beat him, dude. Since it was a combination, a lot of luck. I'm not gonna lie. We're not a great team this year. We will be. For everyone out there, watch out. ECU basketball, we're on the come up. By the way, we had a big recruit at the game, 7-footer.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard the top 2 recruits were at the game.
Yeah, who was the second guy? I could never find. I was looking it up. I couldn't find the second guy. But anyway, 7-footer was there. We need some height, dude. Our center right now is like 6'9". So we need some height, dude. But I couldn't be any happier, dude. I was fired up. That was the most fired up for a game I've been since Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, Celtics and Cavs, dude. I mean, that was unbelievable game.
All right, another thing I want to say. Deion Waiters is back. He played 25 minutes tonight against the Nuggets. He lost by 4 points. The Nuggets are raw, the best team in the NBA. Deion Waiters, 15 points, 6 of 10 from the fields, 3 of 7 from 3-point range, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound.
Wow, what an impact, dude. And I really hope people can catch on to our sarcasm, dude, because half the things we say are sarcastic. I hope there's not those like idiots out there that are like these fucking idiots.
Deion Waiters is ass. No, I'll tell you right now, he's the best player in the Eastern Conference. He's at least the best maybe the best shooting guard of all time. I mean, at least number 2, I think.
I would say he's top 15. You're stretching it out a little bit. I'd put him in the Reggie Miller. Miller.
Yeah. He didn't choke in the finals like Reggie Miller, or fucking Eastern Conference Finals like Reggie Miller did. So.
Yeah, he's definitely in today's game though. He's definitely in the Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler kind of realm.
I don't think he's quite that good. I think he's 27, so he's kind of capped as a player already.
Okay.
And 2, he's kind of injury prone. Unfortunately, 3, he's like a burst scorer, like an energy guy. You know what I mean? He goes in, he can score and burst like very
Like Lance,
fast.
Lance Stevenson.
Yes, that's actually a great except he doesn't play defense. He can score a little bit more. But if you take Lance Stevenson's defense and put it into his offense, like just combine it all into offensive ability, that's Deion Waiters, pretty much.
Yeah, Dion has shredded, even though we've beat him like every time. He still put up some big numbers against the Celtics in the games I've seen. But he's pretty good, dude. I could see him being a really good six man. Honestly though.
Yeah.
But
all right, so Cliff Kingsbury and Bruce Arians were the two hires we want to talk about. Matt LaFleur also got hired by the Packers.
Yep.
That's whatever. McVay guy. Titans offense wasn't great this year. Didn't have a lot of great pieces though. And also the offense was very like it looked like a McVay thing was going on, but he just didn't have enough pieces, to run what he wanted to effectively, because it was doing a lot of that. A lot of motion, a lot of, wildcat shit. They ran with that Derrick Henry thing at the end of the year and it worked. So I don't know. We'll see what he can do. I think the Packers offense obviously is a lot better personnel wise. And I think I'm definitely going to keep Devontae Adams in fantasy after seeing this hire, because he's going to be a beast next year, especially with an offensive minded head coach that's not Mike McCarthy. That's all I have to say about that.
But I think I don't know if we talked about it in the podcast or if I was talking to someone else about it. I'm surprised that the Packers didn't hire Ruffin McNeil as head coach.
I'm surprised nobody's given Ruffin McNeil. Nobody's giving him a chance because he's black, and that's just sad
that's true,
we're at that point as a country right now.
That's true. That's why Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat.
Yeah, clearly, and because his eyes are always popping out of his head.
Yeah, he's just been blazed every game.
Okay, but Cliff Kingsbury hired just because of Patrick Mahomes. Pretty much, that's pretty much it. He wasn't good enough to make a bowl game at Texas Tech this past year. Which, whatever, they had a freshman quarterback. I don't know why I know that, but they did. I'm pretty sure. And
I thought that was a wild guess, dude.
And they went 5-7 this year. But whatever, Cardinals are going all in on offense again to try and get Josh Rosen clicking, and we'll see if it works, dude. We'll see.
I'm not a Josh Rosen guy, for the record. I was happy to see Bruce Arians going with the Buccaneers. I've always kind of liked the Buccaneers. Fitzmagic was something else to watch at the few games. There's a few spread around.
Yeah, Jameis is the guy next year.
So. He is the guy. He came on really strong at the end of the year. I mean, he was 100% out as starting quarterback next year up until about the halfway mark, and then he started making his, coming back, which I was happy to see because I always thought Jameis Winston was a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, obviously I can't say that because of he went to Florida State, but. Andy's a rapist. And but what was I saying? Yeah. People don't remember Bruce Arians is a year removed from going 8-8 with Blaine Gabbert and some other shitty guy, maybe Stanton at quarterback or something.
Yeah, he had a few games.
I know he's a year removed from winning 8 games with 2 shitty quarterbacks. That's what I know. Well, Jameis Winston is a big step up from those guys.
That's true, dude. Yeah, well, he's infamous for being like the quarterback caller, the quarterback whisperer. So, get him with Jameis Winston, try to get him under control, get him focused on the season, dude. Try to refine a few skills here and there. I mean, the Buccaneers, this could be hype. If there's any Buccaneers fans listening out there, you guys could be looking at 8-8 next year.
No way, dude.
8-8.
Yeah, it's weird because the Buccaneers' offense was not the problem this year. While it wasn't great, it was the defense was among the worst in the NFL. I think it was the worst passing defense in the NFL this year. They're still going to have to keep putting first-round picks into the defense, at least for this year, because it's a defensively loaded class. So, I don't know. Well, I guess they're going to hope Bruce Arians can come in and I don't know what their plan is. They did get Todd Bowles as defensive coordinator, so they have quite a great staff.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, they hired him today as well, and he's a good defensive coordinator. I think.
Good hire.
He was overachieving with the Jets with their roster. So
now I don't think Le'Veon Bell would be interested, but I think that the Buccaneers should look at Le'Veon.
I actually hadn't thought about that
because they're really their only weakness on offense. They've got the receivers. they're really only their weakness is their running back. I mean, they've had like 3 guys that have just kind of spread in. Each played like 3 or 4 games.
Hey man, Peyton Barber, he's a beast.
Yeah, I mean, who do they have, dude? They got Ronald Jones,
Peyton Barber, Jaquiz Rogers.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of randos, dude.
Ronald Jones kind of sucks.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Screw them all. They're all garbage.
James Winston's only 25.
Damn, dude. I thought he was like maybe like 27, 28, but damn. All right, well.
Still got a lot of time. All right, what am I thinking here? I think they already extended Mike Evans, gave him like a pretty big extension. I think they still have to pay Jameis Winston. So when's that? He's under contract till 2019.
Yep.
So I guess they're probably going to extend him.
It could be the Kirk Cousins effect, dude, where he just gets franchise tagged for like 3 years until they find a quarterback in the draft they like or something. But anyway, dude, I think is that it for the podcast? I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, sounds like it to me.
Dude, let's come up with an intro right now. We got our outro. Excuse me. We need to get it. We need to get a good outro.
Dude, we could be sitting here for minutes, man.
Yeah, let's do a quick one. Let's just shoot one out, then let's quit. Let's end the podcast.
Fuck, dude. I don't know.
Hey,
I'll see you guys around. Yeah.
Hey, and keep smoking.
Yeah, keep doing that stuff. Keep doing good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, GasCast out.
We'll catch you guys later.